much that, you know, dressage versus jumping, but even if you're jumping, I'd like to see you with a flatter back and more centered over your foot if you happen to be in a jumping saddle, as opposed to, you know, you kind of get
leaning forward like this.
and then the arm gets involved in balancing rather than being independent when your body's not balanced over your feet. As soon as I lose this vertical alignment, then things start to tighten up and other muscle groups get involved to counteract that.
And your hands are less steady.
Well, they're going to, your whole arm mechanism is going to become like the tightroper effect. They're going to stiffen up, and yeah, they'll move independently, following or maintaining that elastic contact. If they're stiff, they're going to go with you, and then you'll end up with the bouncy hands. So what we want to do for the vertical alignment is get your foot underneath you a little bit more.
My foot's too far forward.
Yes, and it's probably too far forward because you're thinking, I have to keep my heels down and pushing down into those heels. Yep. And what that does is kick the foot forward outside of your, in front of your point of balance. So your toe should basically be right underneath your knee here. You should be able to see your toe in front of your knee if you look down. Okay, now try standing up and stay standing. See how your foot wants to kick forward and pump you back down into the saddle. So imagine this stirrup bar is like I'm on a balance beam here and I'm balancing on the balls of my feet. If I kick it forward, I'm off the balance beam. Okay, so try standing up, balance on there. And stand up a bit farther, swing your hips forward. There you go. See, now you can balance. Now you could move your arms forward and not use them for balance. See, you stay balanced over your stirrup. Now you could relax your ankle slightly without letting your foot kick forward. Just flex your ankle but stay balanced on the stirrup. Now you have a heel down without losing the leg position or the balance.
It's a good exercise to do.
Makes sense?
Am I standing up straight enough, or should I
You are. Okay, now the trick is to sit back down and keep your knees and foot in position so that it doesn't rotate forward when you sit. And then stand back up again.
Oh,
Yeah.
they went forward a little bit.
So think more like standing with the hips. Right. Does this feel different from what you were doing before?
Okay.
Can you feel your thighs working yet?
Yep.
Good, because that's what we want in the posting, is that it's basically your thigh working like a windshield wiper. Your knee is the pivot point, but you're not pushing off your stirrups.
You're pushing through in here.
Yeah, you're basically pushing up from here and lowering with your quadricep. Yeah, see now your boot's not moving at all. Think about the hips and thigh coming forward as well, yeah. Not just straight up and down, it's really much more like an arc. Like you want to swing your hips towards the back of your pinky fingers. Right. Good, your boot's not moving at all. That's exactly what we want to see.
The whole thing is to do that when you're in motion.
Yeah,
And
I was
horse.
gonna say, easy at a standstill. Well, actually, it's not even easy at a standstill. Now you can practice this at home by doing it against something like a couch. So you find something the right height so that you can rest your knees on. It's not really the right height because of the dirt here. So you see my ankle and my knee are really not moving. It's all from here. My upper body's not even moving that much. It's basically the thigh and hip swinging. And if you do this leaning on a couch or a footstool or something, you will really feel what muscles you can actually even do it kneeling flat on the ground like this and just sitting on your heels and then posting up. So you're isolating these thigh muscles, and you shouldn't feel any upper body heading in on the act as you post up. Shouldn't be like you're lifting with your shoulders or your rib cage. It's all your thighs levering your pelvis forward.
You're hinging off your knee.
Yeah, it's like the knee is a pivot point, but it shouldn't be this sort of motion that I'm
So you should
pushing from
almost
my
be
foot
able to do it without stirrups.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually shouldn't really feel, if you have enough support through here, it shouldn't feel like your stirrup, that your foot is pressing heavier on your stirrup as you go up.
I am feeling I'm putting some weight down into the stirrup when I go up.
Go up and down a few times and see if you can equalize that on the up and the down. What does it take to keep your foot light on the up? Probably a little more grip through
More grip through
the inner leg.
the inner leg.
Without, we realize no one wants to pinch with their knees. That's one of those bad things, your legs, if you pinch right here on the knee joint, but you do want a certain amount of pressure above and below the knee just to help stabilize you in the saddle.
With your knee, because when you pinch with your knee, it pulls you up out of the saddle.
Yeah, so just think, the whole full seat surface should be helping to support your weight equally, not just on your stirrups or on your seat bones or.
You don't have to rise that high.
No, and that especially not on this horse. It depends on the horse. If you're riding one of those very big bouncy warm bloods, yeah, you have to match that trot. She has a pretty flat, smooth trot, so you don't have to post real high on her, but you do want to make sure that you sort of make the full arc, that you're not just kind of hovering.
It's more like an arc.
Yeah, so think of it like a
It's
windshield.
not up and down like this.
Yeah, think of it more like a windshield wiper effect. And that's what helps you keep with the motion of the horse.
Swish, swish.
Yeah. If you post too high straight up in the air, the horse tends to move forward underneath you. And you have to keep up with that motion by posting up and forward.
Walk around a little bit. Should I lift my leg up?
No, this is a short girth, so it buckles down here. Okay, so we've
The
got that.
advantage of a dressage girth, but it's more difficult when you're on the horse.
I was going to say it's an advantage if you have someone standing there
Yes,
to do it for you.
only if you have somebody standing.